How's it going, everybody? Falcon HK here. Lowering the volume today. I'm going to be finishing up my top 110 games that I've played. I'm starting with number 20 to number 11. So number 20 is going to be Starfleet Battles. Starfleet Battles is a ship-to-ship combat game I love to talk about. Allocating energy to ship systems and life support, fighting in the Star Trek universe, Klingons, Romulans, Federation, and the like. I give it a 9. Board Game Geek gives it a 6.101. HeroClix. This is the original HeroClix when they didn't give you a map to play on. And click system, whenever you're taking damage, you are clicking down damage on your character bases. Used to use a ruler that came in the box. Then later on they made maps. It showed everything you needed to have for range, damage, and like consulting a chart based on the color on those attributes, showing if they have a special power that you can invoke. I give it a 9. Board Game Geek gives it a 6.073. I don't like those boards. Mage Knight, the original, which was the first that happened before HeroClix, also in the fantasy universe, a click system. So you have magic and all that other stuff, which also had charts that you could reference and play a whole tabletop game with range markers and terrain and stuff like that. I give it a 9. Board Game Geek gives it a 5.728. Tiny Epic Galaxies is number 19. This is a area control game where you are using dice to use your actions. People can also follow your actions. You're going to be moving your ships from planet to planet using resources to take over the planet or invoke special abilities. That's the word of the day, invoke. Powers one time by landing your ship directly on the planet. If you take over the planet, you can add it to your galaxy. First person to 21 points wins. I give this a 9. Board Game Geek gives it a 7.169. We got number 16. This is Magic the Gathering. I started playing in 93. It was so easy to get into. Buy a couple of starter decks or make your own deck. You didn't have to worry about power cards or anything like that. None of the cards had rarity. They just kind of like, they just threw it out there. I give it a 9. Board Game Geek gives it a 7.320. Next on my list is number 15, Pixel Tactics. This is a area control game of sorts. You play different units on the field in a 3x3 grid. You are using different cards in different fashions, rotating them one way for the first of your cards to represent your leader, and the rest of the cards are going to be your soldiers. You're going to have a deck of 34, and you will battle each other, different areas and stuff like that. That kind of thing, if it makes sense. I'll add that too. I give it a 9. Board Game Geek gives it a 6.481. My number 14 is Level 7 Omega Protocol. Since my Grail game is Space Hulk, which I'd love to own one day, this is my go-to game. I've only played it 3 times. But you are playing as either an overlord, and you are playing through a mission where Marines have to get from point A to point B. The more actions they perform, generating adrenaline, and the adrenaline goes back to Overlord. The Overlord can use it in different spaces and generate more obstacles that will cause to get in the way. That will be, I give it a 9. Board Game Geek gives it a 6.651. My number 13 is Star Wars X-Wing, the miniature game. This is the Force Awakens core set. So you're gonna get Rey, Poe, and that kind of thing. Star Wars dogfight, miniature 3x3 grid. I give it a 9. Board Game Geek gives it a 7.078. Rolling dice, battling ships, phenomenal. This is an oldie but goodie from 1984. My father purchased this game, and we fell in love with it. We played it on the weekends that I visited him. This is Conquest of the Empire. I finally got my hands on a copy, and this is my number 12. Conquest of the Empire, you are playing around Europe, Italy, and Egypt and stuff like that. That territory, you were purchasing units and taking over territories. The more territories you take over, the more income you're going to get. The more income you get, the more it raises a track of inflation. So anybody that goes up to the inflation, they're now buying units for double the price. And if you make the inflation even higher, that's 3 times the unit, and you're just battling it out. I'm using the new system on this, so that way I can use the dice that come with the newer set, and it's so much easier than using the old system with a D6 and adding modifiers and all that stuff. I give it a 9. Board Game Geek gives it a 5.791. Machi Koro, another game I like to talk about. You are setting up your empire. Main goal is to build 4 structures, but you are rolling dice or die, and you're comparing it to buildings that you own or what other people own, and collecting resources, money, and then buying other units or other buildings to add more income to your tableau. So whenever you roll a die or dice, depending on if you use those units, you are creating more money, and that's the story. I give it a 9. Board Game Geek gives it a 6.562, and that will be my number 11. And that'll end this video. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. You can meet me. You can meet me in real life if you go to the Portal store in Manchester. You can find me on Twitter at Falcon Ash, or you can find me on Facebook at Falcon Ash K. If you want to reach out to me, leave a comment below, please. Or you can reach me at my email at falconashes71@hotmail.com. Thanks for now. Catch you later. Bye.